Hey there. Listen, I have something to share with you. I am certain that this story will touch your inner side because what I am about to tell you goes beyond just being a service dog. Even if he has forgotten me, it's not merely about fulfilling my duties. It's about witnessing someone I saved exactly 12 times gradually forget that I even exist. You see, for 11 years, I was his lifeline, his guardian, his motivation to rise each day. And now, he gazes at me as if I am a stranger. So please, allow me to share this story with you in approximately 12 minutes. Because this story, it deserves to be told before it fades away. Just like I did. I am a German Shepherd. I am an 11 years old service dog. But I wasn't always this calm. I was not have this patient, whatever I am now. 11 years ago, I was trained for one purpose, to save lives, to detect panic attacks before they happen, to prevent nightmares from becoming real. My name is Max, and the man I served, his name is David, a Marine Corps veteran. He made 2 tours to Iraq. He returned home in 2013 with medals on his chest and demons in his mind. They called it PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. I called it my job because it became my job. For 8 years, I kept him alive. This is us, me and David. March 8th, 2014. Take a look at him. Young, strong, 32 years old, fresh from the VA hospital. They had just paired us together. I was 2 years old. He was damaged. But we were a team. Every morning I would check his vitals before he woke up. Heart rate, breathing pattern. I could sense the cortisol levels rising when a nightmare was approaching. I would wake him before the screaming began. Every night, I would sleep next to his bed. Not on it. Next to it. Close enough to help. Far enough to give him space. That first year, I stopped 4 major panic attacks. The kind where he couldn't breathe. Where his hands shook so violently he couldn't hold a glass of water. I would press my body against his chest. Deep pressure therapy. Grounding technique. Bringing him back to reality. It worked. Every single time. We would go grocery shopping together. The crowds made him uneasy. Too many people. Too much noise. It reminded him of places he wanted to forget. I would walk in front of him. Create space. If someone got too close, I would step in between them. Politely. Firmly. He called me his 4-legged angel. I was just doing my job. Some days were tougher than others. July 4th, 2015. Fireworks. For you, they signify celebration. For him, they were blasts, mortar fire, incoming rounds. We were at a park, family barbecue. His sister's kids were playing around. Then the first firework exploded. I witnessed it. The way his pupils widened. The way his jaw tightened. The way his breathing became quick, shallow, and frantic. He was lost, not in body, but in mind. Back in Fallujah, back in 2007, I pressed against his legs, firmly, urgently. That was save number 1. I brought him back before he could flee, before he could harm himself in search of non-existent cover. 2 months later, September, grocery store. A car backfired in the lot. He dropped to the ground. Instinct, muscle memory. He thought it was gunfire. People were watching. I didn't mind. I laid over him. My full weight, 75 pounds of German Shepherd, acting as a comforting shield. That was save number 2. November, Thanksgiving. His father raised his voice during a dispute. I noticed the trigger, the flinch, the beginning of dissociation. I nudged his hand, licked his palm, brought him back. Save number 3. By 2016, I had saved him 12 times. 12 instances where he could have spiraled down, could have harmed himself, could have ended everything. 12 times I brought him back. But it wasn't just a crisis. There were good days as well. In 2017, he met Sarah. She was a teacher, kind and patient. She understood what PTSD was. They got married in 2018. I attended the wedding and stood next to him during the vows. Sarah loved me and referred to me as the reason David's still here. She was correct. In 2019, they welcomed a daughter named Emma, a tiny, crying, helpless little being. I was always gentle with her. I let her pull my ears and use me as a pillow. I watched over her crib at night. Those were joyful years, stable years. David still experienced bad days and nightmares, but they became less frequent. He was on the path to healing, and I was there for him every step of the way. But then, some changes showed itself suddenly. In 2022, David began to forget things. At first it was small things, where he left his keys, what day it was, the names of people he had known for years. Sarah noticed. I noticed. Initially we thought it was because of stress. Perhaps the PTSD was worsening. But that wasn't the case. Doctor appointments, tests, scan. Early onset Alzheimer's disease. At the age of 41, the doctor mentioned it was uncommon, aggressive, probably triggered by traumatic brain injuries from his service. The explosions he survived, they had harmed more than just his mind. They had harmed his brain, and that it was breaking down quickly. By 2023, he began to forget Emma's name. His daughter, 4 years old, he would look at her and ask, "Who's this little girl?" Sarah would cry, silently. In the kitchen, where she believed no one could hear, I heard. And then, one morning, September 15th, 2023, he gazed at me, really gazed at me, and asked, "Whose dog is this?" That was the first time. "Whose dog is this?" Sarah tried to explain. "That's Max. Honey, your service dog. He's been with you for 9 years. David just stared at me. He looked confused, as if I were a stranger in his own home. I approached him slowly and pressed my nose against his hand, the same hand I had licked countless times, the hand that had comforted me after every panic attack I had overcome. He pulled his hand away. "I don't like dogs," he said. That was the second time my heart shattered. The first time was when he received his diagnosis, but that was even worse, because I hadn't just lost my job. I had lost him. Weeks turned into months. Some days he would remember me. "Oh, Max, good boy," as if nothing was wrong. Other days he would ask Sarah why there was a dog in the house. By the year 2024, the good days had stopped coming. He completely forgot me. I was just a dog, some dog, living in his house. The man I had saved 12 times didn't even know my name. Here's what I wish I could say to him. I don't need you to recall my name. I don't need you to remember the 12 times I helped you. The panic attacks, the fireworks, the nightmares. I just need you to understand. I'm still here. I'm still looking out for you. Even if you don't see me. When you roam the house at night, unsure of where you are, I follow you, silently, ensuring you don't stumble, making sure you're safe. When you feel frustrated because you can't recall something, I sit next to you. Just my presence, calm. Sarah says I'm still fulfilling my role, even now. She's correct, because my role was never solely about preventing panic attacks. It was about being present, always, no matter what. And I'm still here. Even if you have forgotten me, I haven't forgotten you. I never will. Someone dealing with PTSD, someone with TBI, someone whose mind is fading away. Don't forget about them. I understand it's tough. Watching a loved one fade is incredibly painful, but they are still in there, somewhere inside, and they need you. Even if they can't recall your name, stay, be there, hold their hand, because one day, they will be gone, and you'll regret not spending more time, not saying more, not being there more often. Don't wait until it's too late. I've seen 12 moments where David nearly left this life, and now I see him slowly fading, one memory at a time. But I'm still here, until the very end, because that's what loyalty is. Not just being there when they need you, but being there even when they no longer remember you. If this story touched your inner side, touched your human feelings, pass it on to someone who serves, someone who is struggling, someone who needs to listen. And if you want more stories from those who never had a chance to speak, sign up. Because in the next video, there will be another voice, another witness, another story that must be shared. Don't let it slip by, because if they could talk, what would they tell you?